I never thought I'd be the guy posting this on Reddit, but here I am, spilling my guts because I need to get this out before I lose my mind. It started with a trash can discovery that flipped my world upside down. I was taking out the garbage one Tuesday morning, the kind where the sun's just peeking over the suburbs, and something caught my eye in the bin. A pregnancy test, positive. Two lines staring back at me like a bad joke. But here's the twist. I had a vasectomy 5 years ago after we decided kids weren't in our plans. Doctors said it was successful. Follow-up tests confirmed zero swimmers. So how the hell is my wife pregnant? My heart pounded as I shoved it back in the trash, pretending I hadn't seen it. I went to work that day in a daze, staring at my computer screen in the office downtown, crunching numbers for some corporate report that suddenly meant nothing. We've been married 10 years, high school sweethearts who moved to the city for better jobs. She works in marketing, always bubbly at company events. I trusted her completely. Pressed by a reason, or thought I did. That night she made dinner like usual, pasta with that sauce she loves experimenting with. I watched her move around the kitchen, her hair tied back, humming some tune from the radio. She hadn't said a word about being pregnant. Was she planning to surprise me? But that didn't make sense with my snip. I faked a smile through the meal, my mind racing. Maybe the vasectomy failed. Rare, but possible. I Googled it later in bed while she slept. Yeah, about 1 in 2,000 chance. Slim, but not zero. Or adoption. No, a test means biological. I lay there staring at the ceiling fan spinning slowly, piecing together the last few months. She'd been tired a lot, blaming work stress, more bathroom trips. Morning coffee skipped sometimes, signs I missed. But who? I started replaying interactions. Her gym buddy? That coworker she mentions? I felt sick. Next day I called the urologist from a park bench during lunch, voice low. Confirmed my procedure was textbook, no issues. Suggested I get retested. I did, secretly. Results came back, still sterile. Boom, confirmed. She's carrying someone else's kid. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed proof, not just suspicion. Started small. Checked her phone when she showered. Nothing obvious, just work texts, family chats. But then I noticed deleted messages in her history. Apps like Signal installed recently. Encrypted chats. Why? I work in IT security, so I know my way around tech. Installed a tracker app on her phone via our shared cloud account. Felt guilty as hell, but desperation wins. Watched her location ping to the office, then home. Normal. She said she had a late meeting, but the dot moved to a coffee shop across town. Stayed 2 hours. I drove there, parked far, saw her through the window laughing with a guy. All suit, looked professional. My stomach dropped. They hugged goodbye, no kiss, but close. I tailed him home, nice apartment building. Ran his plates later through a database I shouldn't access but did. Turned out he's her boss. Married too. Classic? No, I dug deeper. Social media showed family pics, but recent posts sparse. I obsessed that weekend, pretending everything's fine while we binge, watched shows. She cuddled up, oblivious. I smelled her hair, wondering if it was all a lie. Monday, I hacked her email. Weak password, her birthday plus our anniversary. Found receipts for hotel stays. One night here, afternoon there. Matched dates. She said she was shopping or with friends. Credit card statements hidden in a folder. My hand shook. But twist, she'd been seeing a therapist too, emails about sessions. Was it stress from the affair? Or something else? I confronted the therapist angle first, casually over breakfast. Hey, you okay? Said client meetings. Lie. I nodded, played along. Inside, boiling. That night, I followed her again, to a part this time. She met the boss, they walked, talked intensely. No romance visible, but secretive. I snapped pics from bushes like a creep. Then he handed her an envelope. Money? Known money? Papers? I zoomed in later, looked like documents. Legal? My mind went to divorce, but why hide? I tailed him more, found his routine, gym, office, home. But one evening, he met another woman at a bar. kissed her passionately. Not my wife, so maybe not lovers? Confusion hit. Back home, she announced the pregnancy finally over dinner. Teary eyes, excited. We're having a baby, I faked joy, hugged her. But asked about the vasectomy. She laughed it off. Miracle baby, I guess. Bullshit. I pushed gently. She got defensive. Tests can be wrong. No, mine weren't. I retreated. Started thinking bigger. Hired a PI friend discreetly. He tailed her, reported back. Meetings with boss frequent, but professional vibe. Envelope was contracts. No, he bugged her car ethics out the window. Overheard conversations. We can't tell him yet. The procedure worked. Procedure? What? My vasectomy? No. Then it clicked. Fertility clinic searches in her browser history. Deleted but recoverable. She went to 1 month ago, alone. Record showed IVF consultation, donor sperm. Without telling me? Rage built. But why Boss? P.I. Doug Boss was the clinic director's brother. Connections. She used his referral? Still shady. I confronted her that weekend. It showed the test results, my sterility proof. She broke down. Admitted IVF with donor. Said she wanted a kid so bad, thought I'd come around. Lied about miracle. But Boss? He's helping with legal stuff, she sobbed. Adoption papers mixed in. Wait, adoption? Twist? She wasn't pregnant from IVF? The test was fake. No, she showed clinic papers. Donor selected anonymously. But I checked the dates. Conception matched a weekend I was away on business. Hotel receipt that night. Boss's hotel? PI confirmed Boss was there too. Affair after all? She swore no. Coincidence. Lies piling. I left for a hotel myself, needed space. Called the clinic, posed as her. Got records. Donor ID matched Boss's profile from a database hack. He donated, anonymously, but linked. Incestuous circle. No, he was the donor. She chose him. Taboo, but proof. Confronted Boss at his office. He denied. Then admitted donation years ago, didn't know her, but meetings. She's blackmailing me, he said. What? Twist on twist. She found out he donated, used his sperm without consent. No. Clinic mix-up? Deeper. She worked there briefly, accessed records. Selected his sample deliberately. Why? Revenge? His wife was her old friend. No. Doug's social history. Boss had affair with her sister years ago, ruined family. Sister's suicide attempt. Motive. She got pregnant with his kid to expose him, destroy his marriage, my wife, the avenger. I was collateral, shocked. Returned home, she confessed partially. I needed a child, but yes, it's his. Not affair, just sperm. But meetings were planning reveal. To his wife, using me as cover. Our baby would force truth. Sick. I filed for divorce, but final twist, paternity test post-birth. Kid wasn't his, or mine, another donor, clinic error. She miscarried early, faked ongoing pregnancy with bought tests. All to manipulate. Therapy was for guilt. I walked away, single, Wazer, Reddit, beware miracles. They bite. I couldn't stop thinking about it even after the divorce papers were served, replaying every moment like a bad movie on loop. On loop, moved into a small apartment on the edge of the city, the kind with thin walls where you hear neighbors arguing at night. Work became my escape, burying myself in code and firewalls. But the betrayal lingered like a virus I couldn't debug. She called constantly at first, begging for another chance, swearing the fake pregnancy was a cry for help. I lost the baby early, she said in voicemails, voice cracking. But I couldn't tell you, lies on lies. I blocked her number eventually, started therapy myself, some guy in a strip mall office who nodded a lot and asked about feelings. Helped a bit, but nights were rough. I'd scroll Reddit, reading similar stories in our relationships, feeling less alone. Then one day a package arrived. No sender. Inside, ultrasound pics, recent dates. My ex, pregnant again, stalker vibe. I trashed it, but curiosity won. Tracked the postmark, her hometown, called her parents, awkward as hell. They spilled. She's with someone new, happy, expecting. But why send to me? Taunt or mistake. Ignored it. Focused on life. Joined a hiking group. Met people. Laughed for real after months. Dated casually, nothing serious. Then, twist. Boss contacted me. Apologetic email. Wanted to meet. Coffee shop neutral ground. He looked haggard, divorce underway. Your ex told my wife everything, he said. But it's not my kid, confirmed. So her plan worked, sort of. But why his donation? She hacked the clinic, he explained. Swapped samples. What? My IT brain kicked in. She knew my skills, learned from me. Access database chose his ID to frame him. Real father unknown. Revenge pure. Sister's affair confirmed. Boss ruined her life. My ex played long game. Admired the cunning, hated it. He offered settlement money for silence. I refused. Reported to authorities anonymously. Clinic investigated. Scandal brewed. News articles popped up, no names, but I knew. She lost job, moved away, felt vindicated but empty. Started writing a blog anonymously, sharing without details. Got followers. Therapeutic, then another twist. Met a woman at work, colleague in sales, sparks, but cautious. Background check myself clean. We dated slow. She knew my past, empathetic. Life improved. Bought a house, small yard. Planted tomatoes like therapy guy suggested. Grounding, ex-faded from thoughts. Until court date. Custody, no kid. Divorce finalization. She showed up, belly showing. It's yours, she whispered in hallway. Impossible. Vasectomy? Reversed itself, she claimed, laughed it off, but doubt crept. Got tested again, still sterile. She smiled slyly. Miracle? No. Paternity fraud attempt? Lawyer advised test? She refused. Judge sided with me. Clean break. Moved on. But package again. DNA kit sent by her? Ignored. Then police knock. Boss missing. Foul play? I was suspect. Alibi solid. Turns out she stalked him. Restraining order violated. Arrested. Pregnant in jail. Miscarriage story false again. Media frenzy. I stayed low. Therapy intensified. Realized her mental issues deep. Pity mixed with anger. Helped investigation. Found emails. She planned framing me next. Same. Case closed. She got help. I breathed free. New girlfriend proposed moving in. Yes. Life rebuilt. Reddit twists never end, but you adapt. It hit me during a routine doctor's visit, the kind where they check blood pressure and ask about diet, that maybe my vasectomy wasn't the E. Doc mentioned rare recanalization where tubes reconnect naturally. Odds tiny, but happened. I brushed it off, but seed planted. Back home, I dug out old medical files from the attic box, dust flying as I flipped pages. Original procedure notes. Follow-up sperm counts 0, but no recent test post-divorce. Why not? Fear? I scheduled one. Waiting room awkward, magazines outdated. Results, viable sperm. What the hell? Reversal spontaneous. Possible father after all. But X's pregnancy timeline didn't match our last intimacy before discovery. Calculated dates obsessively on spreadsheet. Overlap. Doubt surged. Contacted lawyer, requested paternity. She agreed surprisingly. Test done. Waiting weeks hell. Positive. Kid mine. Twist punched gut. She knew? How? Hacked my medical records too. No. Guessed? Or luck? Confronted her in mediated meeting. I suspected, she admitted. That's why I faked loss initially. Mind blown. Planned keeping secret. Raising his miracle. But a fair revenge plot intertwined. Boss innocent donor, but she used to hurt him for sister. My kid weaponized, sick, fought for custody. Courts messy, proved her instability. One partial. Kid born boy, saw him first time, tiny fingers. Emotions flood. Fatherhood unplanned. Girlfriend supportive, help navigate. Ex in treatment. Supervised visits. Life balanced precariously. Work promoted more responsibility. Hiking continued. Kid in carrier eventually. taught him stars on clear nights. Reflected on trust, shattered, rebuilt. Reddit threads now advice giving, warn others. Twists teach resilience. No clichés, just raw truth. Keep moving. The kid's first steps came on a rainy afternoon in the living room, wobbling toward me with that goofy grin, and for a moment, the past dissolved like sugar in coffee. Co parenting worked somehow. Schedules synced via app, minimal drama. Ex stabilized on meds, job back, boss case resolved, no charges. Normalcy crept in. But twist lurked. Found old phone in drawer, her backup. Curiosity won. Unlocked with old pin. Messages from years back, not just boss, another guy. Coworker before, affair predating pregnancy. Photos, text steamy, heart sank. Kid still mine? Timeline overlapped him too. Doubt again. Retest paternity? No need, first confirmed. But emotional toll. Confronted her. Denied. Old fling ended. Lies. Dug deeper. Guy contacted via LinkedIn. Admitted short affair. But post vasectomy, irrelevant. Or was it? Realized vasectomy failed earlier. Possible multiple possibilities. But test said mine. Accepted. Focused on kid. Girlfriend became fiancé. Wedding small, park ceremony. Happiness real. Then X announced moving states. Job offer. Custody battle round two. Courts favored stability. She stayed local. Tension high. Kid thrived. Oblivious. Started preschool. Proud moments. Work trip took me cross country. Met old friend. Shared story over beers. He laughed. Sounds like movie. Felt like it. Returned home. Surprise party for birthday. Kid's drawing gift. Melted. Life good. But final twist. Ex confessed all. Therapy breakthrough. Affairs plural. Insecurities drove. Sorry, genuine, for Dave. Not fully, but peace. Coexisted. Story ends not with bang, but whisper. Growth. I look back now, years later, kid in school, fiance now wife, and wonder how one trash confined unraveled everything only to weave something stronger. Lessons hard earned. Trust, but verify. Twists define, not destroy. Reddit, thanks for listening.